Oh, hi there, everyone. I wanted to talk about how it's the old saying, it's quiet, too quiet. That's actually, there's a lot of points to that old saying, and the thing is, when things are too quiet, that can mean that you're under scrutiny, that you are being watched, and perhaps by unfriendly eyes, as looking back at the videos I've made, um, yeah, you could say that would be an accurate statement. Um, I mean, you get stupid idiots on one hand who will say, oh, this is turning into a police state. They're putting CCTV cameras everywhere. This is gonna be like the United Kingdom. Blah, 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 this and that. And then at the same time, I tell them about my channel and they go, oh, nobody watches it. Excuse me, but what the fuck is it? Is it that they got CCTV cameras everywhere? Is it that your iPhone can hear what you're saying whenever it wants to? But they don't have the time to watch my channel when I'm actually talking about meaningful things? There's some sort of plot hole in your logic. And it's really strange because, even the people I do know, I consider some of them friends, and some of them, are just whatevers, and some of them are jerks. But they all have something in common. They won't acknowledge my YouTube channel. I mean, I don't go around telling them all the time, but, I may have told one guy at work, and he may have made it a point to tell other people. Although I have told people outside of work too, and left Easter eggs. And I have talked about all kinds of things. I mean, not all of my videos have been winners, obviously, but that's the same thing with a lot of people when they go to start up on YouTube. And the fact that I've been doing this on my own for this entire time, and I have come up with really solid ideas and ones I've not copied, because how could I copy something I haven't seen? I'm sure any conclusions I've come up with, somebody else has already come up with them. Maybe even 20, 30 years ago they came up with them. But they weren't mainstream media ideas, which might be why my YouTube channel is not picking up as fast as I would like it to. Also, I gather that these sort of things take time, years even. But, I'm 30 years old. If it takes 10 years, I'll be 40. And then a little bit too old to really get into the sort of career I want to get into. Other thing is, social media has cost me big time. And the world around me would have it that, no, you're just a loser. No, you're not important. No, nobody cares what you think. And so on and so forth. But the fact is, social media has cost me dearly. I live a life where people are vague. They don't like to talk, certainly about anything. I only get like 30 seconds, a minute, or 2 minutes tops to talk to anyone. Even a guy I've known for years, well, for 10 years now, quickly. He has these little maneuvers and mechanisms to avoid conversation. And he's always busy. And the fact is, I know he's not always busy. But they all act like they're always busy. And it's just like, no, you're not. You're just avoiding me. And something's got them shit scared. And I don't know exactly what it is. Well, one of them the other day was like, oh, are you gonna blog about me on your channel? Well, if you actually watch my channel, you know that I don't blog about anyone I know. And for two reasons. One, I think that's pretty disrespectful, and it's just not something I would do. And the other thing is, who said you were noteworthy of being on my YouTube channel? Why should I make mention of you? Why should why should you be on the greatness that is my channel? Those are the two things. So I don't like the insinuation that I'm, just some stupid moron who will say anything. Because that's not true. Even in my beginning stages of making YouTube videos, I knew there was certain things not to say, and certain things obviously there are certain things I could have said better, could have worded them better, but I didn't. Still, it takes time to build up. A lot of people are not very good at what they do at the beginning, and then sometimes they can just get better and better the more times they do it. That's how you kind of evolve and get better. Unfortunately, I see it. I'm not the only one who gets excluded from a normal social life. I see other guys too, and they can't break out of that mold. Society puts them in that mold, and it is difficult to maneuver around social circles and, kind of have an active, you're in the loop sort of life. It's very difficult. And a lot of the people that, they call them the gentleman's club. Basically, they have these set of unspoken rules, and if you color over the lines, or you're a little bit rough looking or whatever, they consider you not a gentleman, and therefore not available to enter their club. And that's bullshit, because they got a lot of fucking things wrong with them too, and they're not so fucking smart. I've run into people like that, and they're cunts. And when things start picking up for me, maybe some doors open to, I don't know, actual smart people, not people who just think they're smart, then guess what? All those years you excluded me, it's your loss, because I'm not inviting you to the social circles I'm going to go into, which are going to be a lot more interesting, entertaining than yours. And I'm not even going to feel bad about it. You don't deserve to be there. That's what you thought about me. You left me for dead. And you assholes, you were going to talk to me in such a manner that I wasn't going to be able to have constructive thought or, really develop my personality. Because everyone develops a personality. It takes time, years, and things like that. But, you are your certain intelligence, but you can always learn more things. And there were some people who, in my earlier years, made it a point to try and destroy my life. Whether they exactly intended to do that or not, I don't know. But they were supposed pseudo-intellectuals. But there are a lot of flaws with them. Like, I was cock-blocked a couple times, earlier on. And that's fine, too. Because, some of the chicks, they're not bad looking. It's just, they're not supermodel hot. They're not, 10 out of 10 really hot. And actually, a lot of the chicks that I was interested in my earlier years, and I got cock-blocked trying to get them, they ended up having significant relationships with the guys that did the maneuver that prevented me from getting any action. So at the time, obviously, I was not very happy about it. But now they're in a serious relationship. They're tied down to not the best looking woman. Like, again, I'm not saying that they were ugly or anything like that, because they're not. They were quite attractive. Um, but there's obviously better. There always is. Like, people tell you, oh, anything you're good at, there's a million people who are better at it than you. Um, well, if that's true, then come at me, bro. Challenge me. Anyway, yeah, when those doors I talked about, getting in to a real social circle with real intellectual people, they're gonna have better looking chicks there. Like, perfect looking chicks. Hot in every way. And those assholes who screwed me over in the past, they ain't coming. They ain't going there. And again, I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I'm not even concerned about it. And then some people go, "Oh, now you're living in La La Land. You're delusional, thinking that you're gonna get invited into a social circle. You're a loser, and nobody likes you." That's the impression they give. They don't exactly say it in those words, but that's the general vibe I get from the people around me. And I got some news for you guys. You're a bunch of fucking assholes, and you're wrong. So yeah, I guess I'll be having good times, and I'm gonna leave you assholes in the dust. It's exactly what you deserve. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Have a good one.